Hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining me. You are awesome. I'm RJ, and this is Does It Suck? When others review gear, they often do it while they're asking themselves stuff like, is this good? Is that good? Is it good? Well, you know what? Sometimes here in the cave, we like to ask, does that suck? Does this suck? Does it suck? And when we do this, we like to go from top to bottom, head to toe, left to right, headstock to buttstock while asking, does it suck? Along the way, we'll check out some specs and some pretty pictures. Then we're going to gut this baby like a fish to see what's inside. And once it's back together, it's time to hear it. Then it's time for opinions and for the report card, where we ask, does it suck? If you like this idea, then do me a favor and hit that like button, because that really does help us out with the algorithm. And if you subscribe and set up all notifications, then you'll always know whenever we post another one of these Does It Suck videos, or whenever we do anything for that matter, including when we go live on Sunday nights. And that's the place to be for the channel, because we plan what goes on in all these videos there. Yeah, including what we're doing right now is this guy. We're talking about what's going to go on our Frankenstrat that we're going to be auctioning off for autism. Yeah, I know, the stripes don't match. They're not supposed to. It's for autism, okay? But you know all this, and you could help us make the other decisions that are going to be affecting this guitar. All right? If you come to the live show. So, come to the live show. All right? Good. So what exactly are we going to review? Well, we're going to review this guy. This is the ST1-SPR from Tease guitars. And as always, we start at the top. We're starting with the neck. The profile of the neck is a modern C. It's a modern C with a little more meat on the bones, if you'll excuse the expression. It's got about 1 millimeter more to it than the standard modern C. The fretboard is a 12-inch radius maple fretboard with 22 stainless steel ball end frets. The nut is bone. It's got 2 string trees on a paddle style headstock with 6 inline tuners which have an 18:1 tuning ratio. Now it's connected to the body with 4 bolts and the neck plate. The body is finished in seafoam green. It's a standard Strat style body. We have a 6-screw tremolo with the standard chrome jack plate, 1 master volume control, 2 tone controls, a 5-way switch, and 3 wax potted pickups with ceramic magnets mounted in a 3-ply white pickguard. There it is, 1 swimming pool route, as well as 3 dime-sized potentiometers, 1 volume, 2 tone, 1 5-way switch, which is the PC style switch, and 3 single coil pickups with ceramic magnets. All of it looks to be wired up very nicely and cleanly. Let's check the output of the pickups. Now, because this guitar has already been built, we need to test this way, which is going to leave our numbers off by about 1.5K in positions 1, 3, and 5, and about half that amount in positions 2 and 4. When we add these numbers to our readings, this is what we get. right, so I think that's it, right? Let's see. We heard it. We talked about the specs. We opened it up and we saw the cavity. We tested the pickups and saw their output, and we heard it. So, yeah, I think that's it. So it's time for me to hit the report card and time for you to hit the comment section. Let me know what you think about this guitar. Do you like how it looks? Do you like how it sounds? And if you happen to have purchased a guitar from Tease Guitars already, share that as well, all right? So, as for the report card, all right, let's talk about the neck, right? The neck is a modern C. Sounds like the same as a lot of other guitars out there, except this one has an extra millimeter of meat on it. It definitely feels a little different. You definitely know when you're picking this guitar up. It's a nice touch. And we go to the front of the guitar, the neck, then we see a 12-inch radius, and that's nice because it's a bit of a compromise between chord playing ability and lead playing ability. The frets themselves, stainless steel. 22 stainless steel frets with ball ends. You can't go wrong with that. That definitely doesn't suck. Now we're on to the nut. The nut is bone. That kind of nut has been around forever, as long as there's been stringed instruments, pretty much. So, can't suck, right? So, the string cheese. Sometimes string trees can be like string cheese. They don't do their job. But these, they do their job just fine. And the tuners, nice. 18-to-1 tuning ratio on these tuners means it's very easy and quick to get the strings in tune. That definitely doesn't suck. If you're asking me if this neck sucks, does this neck suck? Absolutely not. This is a really nice neck. So onto the body. First thing we got to talk about is the finish, because you don't see a finish like this at this price point very often, at least not with the level of detail that we're getting here. This one's done right. They took the time, and it shows in the buffing because you don't see any swirl marks. It just looks nice. The bridge, has a 6-screw tremolo. It's a Fender style one. It's been around since 1954. Nothing to complain about here. It does its job. Definitely doesn't suck. Now, as for the electronics, we got one master volume and 2 tone controls. We have a 5-way switch, and they feel right. Right? You get a good click on the switch, and you get a good, accurate response out of the controls. Nothing to complain about. Everything works. The pickups have ceramic magnets. We see this when we open up the cavity. These are really nice pickups. These actually are good enough that I'm not changing them. And if I ever change my mind on that, it'll only be because I want to take those and put them in another cheap Strat, so it's getting an upgrade. If you're asking me, RJ, does this guitar suck? I gotta say, absolutely not. This is actually an excellent, excellent guitar overall. Everything is here to make a great entry-level guitar. You don't have any parts that have to be changed when you first buy the guitar. You don't have bad tuners, you don't have bad pickups, you don't have bad fretwork. All that is nice on this guitar. So it can't suck, can it? I think this is probably the perfect entry-level guitar. There are no guitars that are more customizable than a Strat style guitar with a swimming pool route. This guitar can grow with you as you grow as a musician. And if you're already a musician, you need a backup, you need a beater, you need something you can have around the house. This is a great option. I know now I sound like I'm selling, which means it's time for me to tell you that if you do want to pick one of these up, they're only $145. And if you use the code RJCave at checkout, you'll save a few extra dollars, and you'll be letting the people over at Tease Guitars know that RJ sent you, and that helps the channel. That's going to do it for this one, guys. You've been awesome. I've been RJ. Until the next one, take it easy.